Hello guys, this is Teacher Jor and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now for today's video, we will be talking about two types of reasoning, which are the inductive and deductive reasoning. Now, I guess that you have already encountered this topic before because if I'm not mistaken, this has been discussed since high school up until college. Now, just a quick overview of these two. Inductive and deductive reasoning are just two of the ways that we can use in problem solving. And this is actually the most common ways that people used. So, let's start first with inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is the type of reasoning that forms a conclusion based on the examination of specific examples. The conclusion formed by using inductive is a conjecture since it may not be correct. Okay, so again, inductive reasoning, we are using specific examples, no, in order for us to know what is the answer for that certain problem. Okay, and remember that the conclusion formed by using inductive reasoning is a conjecture. Now, conjecture siya kasi it may not be correct, no? So, ibig sabihin, if we are not sure of our conclusion, then we can say it's a conjecture. Okay? Okay, another one, inductive reasoning is the process of reaching a general conclusion by examining specific examples. Okay, so in simple words, pag sinabi nating inductive reasoning, no, it starts from specific to general. Okay, now let's have more examples of inductive reasoning. Let's start with example number 1. Let's use inductive reasoning to predict the next number in each of the following lists. So, ibig sabihin, kapag tinanong tayo, what is the next number in each of the following list or what is the next term in the following sequence, no, we are actually using inductive reasoning. Okay, so let's have letter A first. We have here 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So, what is the next number here? Okay, so, yung 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, ito yung mga examples natin. Okay? Now, gagamitin natin yung mga examples na to para malaman what is the next number here. Okay? So, based from our example, no, we have 3 here. It becomes 6, 9, 12, 15. So, what do? We simply add 3, right? So, meaning to say, in order to get the next number here, we have to add 3 to 15. So, that is 15 plus 3, we have 18, right? Okay, another one. We have letter B, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. What is the next number here? So, again, ito yung mga examples natin. Now, based sa ating examples, we have 1, it becomes 3, 6, 10, 15. So what do? Okay, we simply add consecutive numbers from 2, right? We have 2, then 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. So meaning to say, what do we need to add to 15 to get the next number here? So we have to add 6. So that is 15 plus 6, we will get 21. Okay? Okay, another example of inductive reasoning. Let's consider the following procedure. So we have here, pick a number, multiply the number by 8, add 6 to the product, divide the sum by 2, and subtract 3. Okay, so let's complete this procedure for several numbers, no? And then let's see what relationship exists between the size of the resulting number and the size of the original number. Okay, so let's start. First procedure is we have to pick a number. So you can pick any number that you want here. Okay? Let's say for example we have 2. Next is we have to multiply the number by 8. So 2 times 8 we will have 16. And then we have to add 6 to the product. So 16 plus 6, we will have 22. Then we have to divide the sum by 2. So 22 divided by 2, we will have 11. And last one is subtract 3. So 11 minus 3, we have 8. Okay? So from 2, which is our original number, it becomes 8 when we follow the procedure. Okay? Another number, for example, we have 5. Okay, let's follow the procedures again. Multiply the number by 8. So 5 times 8, we will get 40. And then add 6. So 40 plus 6, rather, we have 46. Then divide the sum by 2. 46 divided by 2, we will get 23. And 23 minus 3, that is 20. So 5 is our original number. It becomes 20 when we follow the procedure. Okay? So, the question now is, what relationship exists between the size of the resulting number and the size of the original number? Again, from 2, it becomes 8. From 5, it becomes 20. So, what will be our conjecture now? Okay, so our conjecture will be, what happened? Okay, so the original number is quadrupled. When we say quadrupled, it is multiplied by 4, right? So it's correct. 2 times 4, 8. Then 5 times 4, 20. Okay, then another example, example number 3. Let's say we have this object. So what do we call this object? This is a pendulum. Now, parang may tali siya dito and then parang may mabigat na bagay sa bottom part. So, before, no, gusto ni Galileo Galilei na malaman yung period ng pendulum. Now, anong sinasabi nating period of a pendulum? A period of a pendulum is the time it takes for the pendulum to swing from left to right and back to its original position. Okay? So, meaning to say, gusto niya malaman, no, how long does it take for this pendulum when you swing it to go back to its original position? So, before, no, there is no any measurement tool that Galileo Galilei can use to measure time. So, of course, wala pang watches before, wala pang clocks, wala pang phones. So, what he used is very interesting. And he used his heartbeats. So, meaning to say, pinakinggan niya lang yung tibok ng kanyang puso. Okay? And these are his observations. Now, sabi niya, when the length of the pendulum is 1 unit, it will take 1 heartbeat. So, isang pintig ng puso babalik na sa original position yung pendulum. Then, if it's 4 units, it will take 2 heartbeats. Pag 9 units, it will take 3 heartbeats, so on and so forth. Okay? So, now, let's use this data or this observation of Galileo Galilei to answer these questions. Now, we have here letter A. If a pendulum has a length of 49 units, what is its period? Okay? Now again, pag 49 daw yung length ng pendulum natin, what is its period? Okay? Now, let's use these examples again para malaman yung sagot. Okay? So, from 1, yung period niya, 1 din. Pag 4, yung period niya, 2. Okay? So, what do we do? Okay, so we simply get the square root of the length of the pendulum to get its period, right? So, square root of 1 is equal to 1. Then, square root of 4 is equal to 2. So, meaning to say, In order to get the period of 49 units, we have to get the square root of 49, and that is equal to 7, right? Okay, so 7 is our answer here. Next, we have letter B. If the length of a pendulum is quadrupled, what happens to its period? Okay, again, pag sinabi natin quadrupled, meaning it is multiplied by 4. Okay, so let's start. For example, we have here 1. So when 1 is quadrupled, that is 1 times 4, we will have 4, right? And then from 1, which is the original period, it will become 2. Another example, if we are going to multiply 4 by 4, so that is 4 times 4, we get 16, right? So from 2, it will become 4. Last one, if we are going to multiply 9 by 4, so that is 9 times 4, we will get 36. And then from 3, nagiging 6. Okay? So what can you notice to its period when the length of the pendulum is quadrupled? Okay, so the period doubles, right? So our conjecture here will be the period doubles. Okay? Okay, so we are done with inductive reasoning. So let's have now deductive reasoning. Now, it is distinguished from inductive since it is a process of reaching a conclusion by applying general principles and procedures. So, meaning to say, in inductive reasoning, hindi na tayo tumitingin sa mga examples. Okay? So, what we are applying here now are general principles and procedures which are proven true even before. Okay? So, next, it is the process of reaching a conclusion by applying general assumptions, procedures, or principles. So, in other words, pag sinabi naman nating deductive reasoning, it starts naman from general to specific. Okay? So, they are opposite of inductive reasoning. Let's have an example of deductive reasoning. So let's show the following procedure. Produce a number that is 4 times the original number. So again, this is the procedure. We have to pick a number, multiply by 8, add 6 to the product, divide the sum by 2, and subtract 3. Okay, so earlier in inductive reasoning, we use several numbers, right? So here in deductive reasoning, we will just use one number. So let's say that number is n. Okay, so we let n be the number. So don't be confused. Number pa rin siya, pinangalanan lang natin na n. So this is our first procedure. So we have to pick a number, and that is n. Then multiply by 8. So that is n times 8, we will have 8n, right? Then add 6 to the product. So 8n plus 6 is equal to 8n plus 6. And then divide the sum by 2. So we will have 8n plus 6 divided by 2. Or we can actually do it one by one. So we will have here 8n over 2 plus 6 over 2. Then let's simplify. We will have 8n divided by 2 for n. And then 6 divided by 2, we will have 3. So we have 4n plus 3 now. And last procedure is subtract 3. So we have here 4n plus 3 minus 3. So this is 0. So we will left with 4n. Okay? So, see, we follow the procedure. we picked a number and then we multiply it by 8, we add 6, we divide it by 2, and we subtract 3. So we really produced a number which is 4 times the original number, right? Okay, so that is deductive reasoning. Now, let's have a summary of the two. Again, we must say deductive reasoning, it starts from general to specific. One will say inductive reasoning, it starts from specific to general. Another one, okay, so again, when you are using deductive reasoning, you have to start with a theory. Then you can confirm your hypothesis and you tend to do quantitative research. Pag sinabi natin quantitative research, it is more on quantities and numerical. Okay? And then we have here inductive. You have to start with a data. Then you can infer conclusions from that data and you tend to do qualitative research. Okay? Pag sinabi natin qualitative research naman, it's more on qualities, characteristics. Okay? So, that is how simple uh, how inductive and deductive reasoning differ from each other. So I hope that this video helped you to better understand the differences between inductive and deductive reasoning. So if you guys think that this video helped you, please don't forget to like and subscribe in my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for watching and see you soon on my next videos.